Classic Christmas. This event seems to promise a fun Christmas and winter charm that can set people in that perfect holiday mood. But does it actually have enough activities to justify the cost of a ticket? Or is it just a family Christmas event that is looking to kind of take your money? Find out in this review. Classic Christmas is a brand of Christmas events that is heavily sponsored by Coca-Cola and has 4 locations in Dallas, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, and for the sake of this video, Houston. Last year, this event was held at the Memorial City Mall, which is more centrally located in Houston, and does have a nice double-decker carousel. It moved out to the Katy Mills Mall, which has a history of being more of an entertainment hub when it comes to malls, and currently features a carousel, Tilt Studios, Slick City Action Park, and Dig World, as well as the nearby Typhoon, Texas Water Park, which houses a light park in its parking lot over Christmas. This seems to be a heavy on the upcharge Christmas event where they get you to buy a ticket to come only for you to realize that it doesn't offer too much. And you can kind of tell this once you really look at the map and the offerings that they actually have. However, they do give you a trail guide once you arrive, which for my type A personality that likes to try and do everything is an awesome way to focus me so I can really enjoy the event. The first stop is a visit to Santa, which has a crazy long queue, but no one was there on the Tuesday that I visited. Since my wife didn't get to see Santa growing up in Thailand, we did try to visit him twice. But the elf kept saying that he was busy, and we didn't feel like waiting the 5 minutes to see Santa, since we're adults. So we didn't get to see Santa. Mrs. Claus reads a story, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, every hour on the hour. But they didn't make an announcement when this was occurring, so I did miss it on my visit, as I just got busy doing other things. Still, the cabin setup for this is nice, so it's a cute little area for the kids. The polar bear igloo also seemed to be having problems, as the bear wasn't there for much of the evening. So there was actually a line when he did finally show up. But I was still pretty excited to get my picture with this guy, so it was kind of worth it. They included drinking a Coca-Cola on the list, but food of course is an upcharge. Drinks look to be $5 for a 20-ounce Coke, though you can also get hot chocolate for around $5 as well. Food is pricey at about $20 a plate, though it appears they have some limited but decent options. Though with the food options in general around Katy, it might be better to plan eating off-site. There isn't a formalized Christmas Carol stage, which is kinda disappointing given the overall feel of this place. But music will be pumped throughout the experience, and I was more than singing along as the music and lights put me in that Christmas mood. They have a theater to watch classic Christmas movies. They were showing the Polar Express when I visited, but with the loud music all around you, it really isn't the best place to cozy up and watch a movie. Lastly, they tell you to check off 9 different memory lane spots, which are various photo opportunities around the park. This is a really cool scavenger hunt, and there are some really great places to take photos. And my wife absolutely enjoyed being able to get incredible photos with how the various light displays are placed. With the event being in a parking lot, you can see the parking spots on the ground, which does ruin some of the immersive feel. But otherwise, the atmosphere is solid and festive as you walk around. There are also 2 upcharge attractions. Ice skating allows you to rent ice skates and go out on a pretty decent sized drink. So probably a decent version of Christmas ice skating if you want to experience this for $13. There's also a slip and slide snow slide where you can tube down a hill. This costs $10 for 3 goes, so it's a little bit expensive, but likely enjoyable if you really want to try, as that hill looks to be a pretty decent size. As for parking, the lot for Katy Mills is big enough to handle the crowds this event will see, and the entrance is located next to the Slick City Action Park if you're familiar with the setup of the Katy Mills Mall. So parking just north of the event is where you need to go. When you get tickets, they do have strict arrival times, which seems kind of unnecessary, but just know you will have to pick when you want to arrive when purchasing tickets. Given that there isn't much to do here, what about the price? Tickets vary depending on day and arrival time, but seem to be between $24 and $35 after taxes and fees. This isn't terrible, but still doesn't give you a lot to do for the price. There's an upgraded bundle, but this still does not include the 2 upcharge attractions. Instead, it includes skipping the lines, which are just going to be the 3 meet and greets plus the upcharge attractions if they have a line, a Coke, and a discount on merchandise. So nothing really worth the $20 upgrade. I was able to visit using Groupon and got 2 weekday tickets, which is when I wanted to go anyways, for $35 total, which made the event much more reasonable from a price standpoint. Still, it didn't offer much besides photo ops for the price, and I wish they had a more inclusive offering for weeknights, as $35 including unlimited ice skating and tubing, plus a Coke, would be both reasonable for the park to offer and worthwhile for guests. Overall, how good is classic Christmas? The Christmas charm of this place is great, and it combines the nostalgia of Coke commercials with solid Christmas-like displays and catchy Christmas tunes. But beyond these photo opportunities, there are a few more photo opportunities with characters, maybe, and some upcharge attractions that seem reasonable, though slightly expensive. With other holiday light activities around Houston, you can likely find better places to go if you only go to one event, such as Big River's Christmas or Sugarland Holiday Lights. But this has charm if you're looking to do many Christmas events or will be in the Katy area anyways. With a light park next door, I would suggest planning on doing both in the same night, as likely you'll only need 1 to 2 hours at Classic Christmas. And, at least for me, Katy is a bit of a drive from my house. I did not do this on my visit, as you need to plan a bit more with the pricing of the light park, and I do regret not being able to combine the 2 experiences. What are your thoughts on Classic Christmas at the Katy Mills Mall? Do you feel that it is worth the price? Let me know, and as always, Coca.